Moving now to something a little bit more uplifting, literally. One Israeli photographer decided that taking pictures of people or nature wasn't enough for him, so he set his sights much higher, all the way to space. Dedi Dayag is an astrophotographer who takes extremely close-up and extremely detailed images of the sun and other planets, including most recently Jupiter. Hey, thank you so much for joining me.
Hi, it's my pleasure.
So I'm really curious to know, how did you first get into astrophotography? It's a really interesting profession.
Yeah, so it's not my profession, it's more of a hobby. And I was interested in space actually ever since I was very young. My grandfather would take me to build all kind of stuff, and then he had this book on how to build a telescope. So he would take me to build parts, and I would try to build it myself. And I was like 8 years old then. But later on, when I continued, when I was in high school, I built my first telescope, my first real working telescope there, and it was kind of a science project there. But I was always interested in space and physics and understanding how the universe works. Yeah, that's what's got me started. And then when I was older and I could afford something more professional and serious, I got into this. I got into this hobby again. Then I set up to get the best possible images.
So tell us technically, how are you capturing these images? I mean, they're really impressive. They're very, very close images of things that are extremely far away. What equipment do you need to use to capture these things?
Yeah, so first off, you need a telescope, and the larger, the better. And of course, it depends on the type of target. For example, if you're trying to capture the sun, then you would use special filters to filter and block most of the sun's energy. And then if you want to capture deep space objects, then you want more light gathering. So it's just the opposite. You want more light gathering, and you want a bigger telescope to collect as much photons as possible. And then you use a cooled astronomy camera to reduce the sensor noise and all that. And then, try later on to process the images and get them as sharp and as clean as possible.
All right, Dedi, please keep up the great work, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.